Caner universe, welcome to all those new to the channel and the cane culture. This segment, we continue with the theme of caning at home and what to do when you don't have another warm body there. And so this segment in particular is going to be unique in the sense that we know how we're all about using this tool as a tool of empowerment for self-defense and for getting in shape and functional aging and all that good stuff. But I'm going to introduce a way that you can use it today as a training partner in the absence of a warm body. And you can use it to train your empty hand skill set. So those of you that follow us on our cane self-defense, you know that your cane applications have an empty hand translation. Those of you that follow us with Cobra, nothing to do with the snake, combat objective battle ready application. I'll take some of the skill sets from there and show you how this can become a training partner that gives you a look and a feel as opposed to just doing shadow, quote-unquote shadow boxing. But let's take an empty hand a skill, and we'll have some type of haymaker, roundhouse punch that's coming in. We're using a catch, we're anchoring, and a takedown, right? So this would be the strike that's coming in wide, that haymaker, and you're going to go ahead and catch, jamming. You're away from, so she represents 12 o'clock, onto that 11 and 12. You're jamming at the major joints, the shoulder, the elbow. You're anchoring above the elbow. So if she goes to take out that hand there, you're also in a safe place up here. You can knee, you can do whatever it is that you're going to do here. You can get very creative here with the eyes, but we're going to move her to a triangulation point, right, to bring her down, then rake the eyes to incapacitate and get out of here, right? I don't stick around for autographs and taking photos, but how do you do this? How does this become your partner? Check that out. We're gonna designate this as the face. Those are the eyes. This is not the best cane for this, by the way. This is way too neat. This is a silent night. I'll talk about the cane that we're doing just for this type of training. That'll double over for fitness and other things. But here's what you're going to do with this. The principles still apply. The horn always away from you. So the first thing that we're doing is a catch. So you're jamming up at the shoulder and at the elbow. So I release it and I move in and jam it. I jam. So it kind of looks like this. I'm going to come over it, and that lock on the elbow, right, that's where I turn in that figure four lock. And well, here's the face. It's time to go to town there with your palm heel, rake the eye, step to the triangulation point, and you'd be able to disengage. This now becomes your training partner, and you're feeling you have something tangible there. It's not just, you're not just whisking around in the air. The neat thing about this is that the carryover, it carries over to the cane as well. So some of you may be familiar with this application where, hey, I don't want any trouble. I'm going to reverse grip. The horn is pointing away. And I'm going to move in here and immediately go to town here, right? You can then move in and do your takedown. But it has a lot of carryover. It's the same thing. Arrows, right? Arrows. So Cobra has something where you're throwing, and rather than catching it, you can go ahead and just arrow here, and on the way over there, you're jamming the eye, right? Really neat. Well, the same thing, you can use this to come, so if it's coming here at 12, I know that I have to move out, but there I am again with that anchor. If she were turning me around, I could go in here, right? Demonstrate that would be the empty hand application. I take the cane, and boy, I'm feeling that. That's my cue to go ahead and turn around. There's the face, there's my anchor, and there's the face, there's the eyes, and then you can go ahead and follow up that application. The same thing happens, I like in particular what happens with a headlock, for instance. So she's coming through here. In a headlock, she's sealing off my ability to breathe. Instinctively, people try to turn away from. There's only one way to turn here. See that my hand is in so that I can fax it, turn to the inside so I can go ahead and breathe, do whatever it is I'm going to do. And then there's a push-pull mechanism here, push-pull. If you take that cane and you put it right around here, right, I can't really turn to the inside. It's teaching you that you cannot go that way. The only way you can go and breathe is here. Here's your faxing. And you would push, pull. You can still push, pull, and come out of that. What I like about it, for instance, go ahead and take a knife. The transfer, and I don't know if you're catching on to this, that the empty hand translation and the cane application with this tool, you start increasing your kinesthetic sense for working with this tool. But here's a pretty bad scenario, right? You didn't see it coming, and there you go. So I'll do a little close-up here. Very bad, because regardless of whether I go, just for pressing in, she can cut me there, right? So, well, only 3 things we can do here. We can clear this and anchor it at the same time. Go ahead and cut me. And you can do this with your students. It's particularly impressive when, you really want to cut me here. It's impressive when you have someone who is bigger, stronger, faster doing this on someone who is not as big as strong, and sometimes they consider themselves, I don't know if I'm strong enough. Well, these principles of holding it to your center and saying, go ahead. I've seen Kiko bring women right off the feet, but the blade doesn't get there. So this would be it. Well, I can go ahead and take this, and boy, there's my anchoring. There's my anchoring, and you're gonna lift right and come out of there. Look at how it applies the actual cane. So same thing, I come in here, I lift. This is stuck to my body. When I come out, I'm going to use the shaft now. Here it is. Boom, I can come up, right? I can come right over to go ahead and disengage. But you see all the possibilities that you have now with this tool now as a training partner. And not just, now you have it for this. So think of you're an instructor. Think about this. So, hey, here's the tool. Complete eye-opener on the practicality of being able to use this. We just go out and say it's the #1 improvisational self-defense tool that you can have. But not just that. Think now, it can also act as a training partner in the absence of a warm body. I know some of you are going to say, boy, that's crazy. But others are going to go ahead and see the immediate value of doing something like this and how it can support what it is that you're doing virtually these days, and especially since, well, we have to stay indoors, right? That's what we're being encouraged to do. Where do you find this training? Where do you find more of this? And before I tell you, that's at Cane Self-Defense University, but let me show you real quick, if I may, a better cane to do this with. You don't want anything that's so jacked up. This is really nice. So yeah, that's fine. This is a player. The cane that we're putting together is going to be a very plain Jane cane. Even less than this, because this has an octagonal shaft, and I'm going to have this up really soon for you, and it's going to be very agreeable to your pocketbook because it doesn't need to have any of the elaborate oiling unless that's what you want. But something very simple and light really works best. So guys, let us know how it is that we can serve you. You can do this. You can make this time productive. You can get better training with your cane. And now you see the range of possibility with this tool. Again, all the training happens at CaneSelfDefenseUniversity.com, online and with guidance. You can always give us a call. We love talking to you at 800-289-8188. As always, thanks for watching. Thank you for the opportunity to serve. Keep caning and always stay safe.